Cool. Hello, survivors, and welcome to another episode of Will You Survive?
The podcast.
My name is Eric. I am your host today, and I'm your host because I won the last episode. I'm joined by my co-host, Alex.
That's me.
And TJ.
That is I.
That
I
is
am TJ.
That is them. Today, we're talking about Evil Dead Rise, which is a series that I've always been pretty interested in, but never really watched.
Before we get into
all.
that, I actually I wanted to talk about something. So at work this week, it's been kind of chaotic, you know. I actually went to a different building. Usually I'm working at our main building. It's a really nice one. But we had bought another building in another city. It's about 30 minutes away. It's not that bad of a drive.
Wait, who?
It's, my company. I'm not going to say the company, but
Oh, who?
Who?
Asked?
Exactly.
Anyways,
so basically,
so we're talking about Evil Dead Rise. So, full disclosure, this is not a very good survival movie, which is why TJ was ready to just move straight on from it. Because about a quarter through the movie, there's a moment where I think one of the demons specifically says, no one is going to get out alive, which they were wrong because two of them did get out. But also, I think that it was stupid that they got out, to be honest. And I think the whole purpose of this movie was that you don't escape. Everybody will die. And then they didn't do that. So thoughts on that? Because it didn't feel great, to be honest.
Well, one of the things, there was some inconsistency with the prior movies, which is okay because the prior movies were so old. They don't have to be straight attached, right? But in the original, the demon would not be out during the daylight. Right. So when Ash actually got possessed in the daylight, and when he gets up and the sun hits him, the demon retreats and he comes to his senses and everything's crazy. Okay. So in this one, clearly it doesn't have the same problem, but it's supposed to be the same demon. So it's a little inconsistent there, but none of that bothered me. All of that's kind of the tagline for Evil Dead, Dead by Dawn. And that was Evil Dead 2 made a big deal about it. It was pretty wild. All of the deadites were chanting that all at the same time. They did it in this one too. But the thing that I got to tell you hit me right off the bat, survival wise, was the mom screams at the kids, "You never use the elevator after an earthquake." And where did the demon get a hold of her?
In the elevator.
After an earthquake.
If she'd just avoided the elevator.
Which, by the way, the other thing that really fucking pissed me off was the stairwell collapsed and blah, blah, blah. And they're reporting that this was a 5.5.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I brought... I don't know. Was I watching it with you, TJ? I don't think so.
No, you were not.
But I remember as a native Californian and somebody who goes through earthquakes, a 5.5 is not going to be putting a giant crack in your garage floor.
No.
Unless there's some severe structural problems with your building.
They did say that the building was going to be condemned. However, a building going to be condemned where the city gives you a month,
they would have had
whatever,
them already out.
This freaking place was not ready to fall apart with the slightest move, right? But so
a 5.5 is not big enough to cause all that,
right? And some plot weapons. Just to further the plot, of course, was the earthquake had to open up the ground so the kid could find the vault, the old bank vault that existed there, and they had to go in. Which, by the way, if there was a bank vault under the foundation of that building, it would not be unstable. It would just be
the roof of it would not have broken open.
Right. That's not how those work. But in any case, those were the survival issues that I had. The other thing was, I believe all of these people were supposed to be native Californians, and a 5.5 earthquake had them. Now I get the little kid dropping the sodas. Okay, fine. But the older kid dropping the pizza and everybody reacting the way they did over a 5.5. I mean, let's face it. We've gone through enough earthquakes that a 5.5 here in, I think it was a 5 something here in Pasadena a few months ago.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
People barely even got out of their chairs. Like,
Well,
I think I
that's
slept through it.
That's the joke in California is you're like, oh man, is it the trash truck or is it an earthquake?
It's not even a 5-pointer.
Yeah,
That was
it has to be bad. Like, remember the one? So this means nothing to our listeners and to TJ, but we were in, I think it was the steakhouse in Burbank. Remember that earthquake that hit? Like the chandeliers were swaying back and forth. That was a big earthquake.
But nobody got up out of their chairs.
There's no ground. There was no cracks in the ground or anything. That was a big earthquake.
Nobody even got up.
No, everybody was. We were just writing it out. It's also like the Gabriel Iglesias joke where he's like, you have your fork with pancakes and you're just like, just trying to guide it in.
And that, so, but I wish they would have made it a little bit better in that
bigger
regard.
Earthquake.
Yeah, like I understand. The building is set to be condemned. If this would have been like a 7-pointer or an 8-pointer, absolutely. Sure. The stairs could have collapsed, all of the, because there's structural problems with the building. But even with structural problems, a 5-pointer is not going to do that.
No, that's a big stretch. I agree. But regardless of that, she takes the elevator up, which I think she had to, right? Because of the stairs.
That's what I think the reasoning she had, but then it brought the question in my mind, why the fuck are you leaving? Why are you leaving your kids? And I mean, she had some reason, but it's not valid enough to leave your kids if you're that concerned over a freaking earthquake.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you more than any pizza. Don't ever take the elevator after an earthquake, and this building is condemned and we're going to have to move out of it. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and take the elevator because, whatever I have to do is more important than...
She had to go to grab something, was it? In the garage or something, but something brought her out of the apartment, and then she got in the elevator, and that's when she got possessed. So I do think in this episode, Alex is probably going to be our best point of reference. Although I am religious and I do have some education in the Bible, I think Alex is exposed to it a lot more than I am, and knows a lot more about it.
Yeah,
so
no, guys, I'll take it from here.
TJ's also a demonologist in his spare time. He's eBay certified.
And I am actually a Catholic priest.
Yeah, you study demons about as much as that little boy studied demons.
You should start referring to me as father, is what I'm saying.
Oh, God. So, when...
Clearly, he's a Catholic priest.
Yeah, speaking of priests...
The Bible says, call no man father, and this guy says, call me father.
Call me dad.
No.
Call me daddy. Forgive me, daddy, for I have sinned.
Oh, my God. That's awful.
A whole new connotation.
That's awful.
So... This kid, when he finds the vinyl, or the vinyl, and in the Book of the Dead. Mm-hmm. First of all, when a book actually bites you and then opens its mouth after I forget what happened that made it open its mouth, that's already a hard no for me. Mm-hmm. Then seeing all that creepy shit that looks ancient as hell and very evil, another hard no for me. But I think the part that surprised me the most is when he's playing the vinyl on his deck. What is that called? Turntable. On his turntable, and the guy on the recording goes, "And now I'm going to start reciting the chant." Why? I feel like even atheists at that point are like, "Nah, I'm good." And take that off. He waited way too long to try and take that off the turntable. And by the time he waited, it was too late. I think if he would, at the second that guy was like, "And now I'm going to start chanting," if he was like, "Nope," and took it off, I think they would have been okay.
Yeah. Most definitely.
But that's why I'm like, I think even atheists are like, I don't want to mess. That sounds too real. I don't want to mess with that.
I'm black, so
just
I
hard
would survive this. Actually,
because you never would have fucking grabbed the damn book.
I never would have touched that fucking anything.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
In California,
I might have.
True.
I might have grabbed the book, but the second my blood opened the book,
you would not have grabbed that book.
Oh,
when he opened the wrapping, that book was covered in insects.
I don't mind insects.
Oh, bullshit.
It's only spiders.
You would not have picked that book up
I don't care about
Spiders
insects.
or
I'll
arachnids?
let stuff crawl on me. I don't care. It's only spiders. Like even scorpions don't bother me. I don't.
No,
like them,
it's
but-
not. It's not the fact that it bothers you. I don't think you're fucking dumb enough to sit there and see something that covered in insects and yet not eaten. Like
Well,
if you were to
it
see,
might as well have had like demons don't touch like written on it,
exactly.
You know? Just go
True.
near it.
Oh well, that's true because that's right. He unwrapped it and like all those bugs came
Are
off.
inside
No,
of it.
no, you're right because I would have seen that and immediately thought this is some demonic shit. I would not have touched that, but I wouldn't have touched it because that would have been an indicator to me that this is not just a prop. Because that would have been my thought is, oh, this is a weird prop book. Like, how does it work? Is it like a puzzle, like a Halloween theme? The second my blood opens the book, that's too real. Nah, I'm okay.
Yep.
Big pass. But no, you're right. If I would have found it the way they found it with the bugs and wrapped and everything, that screams demonic.
Yep. Not
Yeah.
gonna touch it.
As soon as like, if my blood opens the book, I'm getting tested for like something, you know, like
Yeah.
I got demon hurt, you know, like I'm not trying. I'm
Oh,
chucking
no.
that bitch to the ground, and I'm like, oh, I'm calling the doctor.
This guy says I got demon herpes.
He's got demon
Got that
herpes.
demonic herp.
You
Good
can't get
man.
rid of that, you know. Demonic herp.
He's got HI demon.
Yeah. I like that one. I like that one. That was
That's
good.
good.
That's a good band name right there.
HI demon is a good band name.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see it. I could see that.
Write
That'd
this
be like
down.
some metalcore band
We're
for
cooking.
sure.
So a little little known fact here. You guys may or may not have known, but one of the dissenting voices on the recording who was like, no, it's called the Book of the Dead for a reason, was Bruce Campbell. That was Ash from the original Evil Dead.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like when they do stuff like that. But yeah, okay, so this is a prime example of the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Mm-hmm.
Because the guy who was trying to decipher the book in the recordings did have good intentions. His intentions were to decipher the book to use it for against demons. But he's an idiot and he decided to start meddling with demons and thought he was
like,
stronger or more willful than them.
brother,
Yeah.
go cast that book into Mount Vesuvius. Like, get it out of here. What are you trying to
Yeah.
do? Freaking no! Don't touch
That's
it.
kind of an interesting thing. I wonder. See, okay, this one was vastly different in the fact that these were commonly known as deadites in the series, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I got to do a little throwback here because somebody just connected a dot and makes me want to go back and watch the Friday the 13th franchise because Jason could have been a deadite. These could not be killed the standard way a zombie is killed. And now, mind you, although I do still classify them as zombies, they are controlled by a force. They're not just, this isn't just a viral reaction or even radioactive
Yeah,
reaction.
it's supernatural.
This is supernatural.
It's demonic, yeah.
Supernatural
So-
zombies.
I kind of think that this is what Zack Snyder was going for in 2004, Dawn of the Dead. There was no rhyme or reason for it. They just were. They just came out and
So why I think this is different is because this was clearly demonic, not like a plague put upon humans. The reason I
Mind
say
you,
that is because a zombie
plagues are often demonic.
Okay, sure, yes. But I think think Dawn of the Dead, right? Those zombies, or call them infected, whatever you want to call them.
No, those are zombies.
Well, they are zombies, but they come from a supernatural
Okay.
background. But even then, it's not like they're each individually possessed by a demon. They're infected with some sort of sickness, and we interpret that as a plague being let upon the earth, and turning these people into zombies. This is very different because these are very intelligent and they don't die.
Right.
So this screams demonic.
Oh, absolutely. No argument there. Now, if you don't mind, just for the listener's sake, if you haven't seen Evil Dead Rise, I know it's not the most popular movie out there, but moving the action out of the woods and into the city. Evil Dead Rise tells a twisted tale of two estranged sisters, played by Sutherland and Sullivan, those are the actresses' names, whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons, thrusting them into primal battle for survival as they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. I like that particular storyline because of that last line. As they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. And I thought of that because the mom kept saying the most creepy freaking things when she said, I love you so much. I just want to cut you open and crawl inside of you so that we could be together forever. I was like, oh God.
That's a Maddie all the time.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the Doppler Dahmer effect, right?
Yeah, let me crawl into your skin. I love you so fucking much, dude.
That guy, what the John Cusack from Say Anything? That was I forget his name, James Doppler. I forget his name. Don't quote me on that. But he was like standing outside her window with the boombox over his head, playing music really loud, and it was like she was into him, so she liked it. She liked she liked the attention that he gave her, and the vibe was right. However, if you just take some things and twist it a little bit, if she's not interested in the guy, everything that he was doing would come off as stalking, as creepy, as a violation of space.
Well, that's the thing with
walk up to like a random chick who you find attractive and is like, dude, you're so hot. I kind of want to just crawl into your skin.
There'd be some girls
so close to you that I want to be in you.
There'd be some girls, and it's the type of girls who fell for Ted Bundy.
Whoa, yeah.
Oh,
think of that.
He wasn't even that attractive.
No,
think of the more recent.
Their egos. He fed off of their
more
egos.
recent one.
Can you help me fix my car? Bitch, you know you can't fix his car.
You can't
Why
fix
are
that
you trying to
Volkswagen?
help?
Well, okay, so the one that I think of that is more gruesome to me is the modern Wade Wilson. Like not Deadpool, but the actual Wade Wilson. He had women fawning all over him. This guy's face tattooed all up. I mean, he's not an attractive dude. So it's just, and there's a name for it. I beg your pardon, I forget. It's a disorder where you get aroused by being with someone who commits heinous acts of violence, and it's a psychological term. I'm sorry, I forget the name of it, but it's that's what a lot of these women, especially those who were into like Jeffrey Dahmer, writing him love letters, Charles Manson, the Night Stalker, they write them love letters and they want to be with them in prison, even though they know what they've done.
Absolutely insane.
But yeah, I think as far as survival tips for this movie, don't fuck around with books of the dead. Don't go grabbing a book that has teeth on the outside of it and bites you and opens up when your blood starts bleeding. You start bleeding on the cover.
And if that's not all enough, all the creepy pictures inside are not a good indicator, apparently.
I mean, I think that was pretty clearly satanic worship right there. It
was enough for the sister to say, close that shit and put it away. Mm-hmm. And he didn't listen.
And that's why I don't think zombies would ever be a real threat.
I agree, because...
Whoa, I'll get my kukuri.
Wait. I think he's saying something.
Zombies don't talk.
Just wait a sec. What was that?
You need a loan? What, are you going to buy a house?
What do you need a loan for?
I think he wants to buy a home. Don't we know someone who can help him with that?
Yeah, we do. Have you heard of Corinne Salas at Next Home Grandview in Glendale, California?
Mm-hmm. She can help you get moved into your forever home now.
Your eternal resting place, if you will. Or forever home. That works. Don't miss the opportunity of a lifetime like this guy. Call Corinne today at 714-510-6443. You can also find her on Instagram at Next Home by Corinne, or visit her website at corinnesalas.nexthomegrandview.com. That's CORINNESALAS.nexthomegrandview.com.
Not food.
Evil Dead Rise, I would probably put this like a C tier movie, but it was fun. It was a good movie in a sense, in a way, in its own way. I guess it was fun to watch. Not a lot of survival, to be honest, because the way that they survived at the end, I really disagree with. First of all, it feels like that final form of that demon was like its weakest form.
Yeah, it was lumbering around. It couldn't move.
It was slow. it couldn't fit through any any small areas. It seemed to lose all of its power that it had, all of its like supernatural powers and everything like that. It lost all that, and it died to a chainsaw and a wood chipper.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Although the priest said the way he stopped them was by dismembering them.
well, he said that didn't work. He right after that, they keep listening, and he goes on to say, it didn't work. The limbs began to come after me. Like they will never stop coming
Hear me
after
out,
you.
hear me
They
out.
will put themselves together to get you. You are screwed, is basically what he said. There's no stopping it.
Holy water, sprinkle it on the chainsaw. Holy water chainsaw. Also, good band name.
Love the idea, but so here's where I thought you would come more in handy for this particular episode. The priest or the researcher on the record was saying that he called a crap ton of priests, and the demon laughed at them and just slaughtered them all. Now, I do think, no shade, if you were to call a lot of regular Catholic priests, that would probably happen. But what about, like, this is kind of insinuating that this demon had, like, full power. Nobody could stop it. Thoughts?
Well, I mean, even in the Bible, there were demons that were mocking the disciples. They went to go cast out the demons, and the people came back and said, Jesus, can you help us? Because your disciples came and they couldn't do it. And even Jesus scoffed at his disciples, and he said, how long do I have to suffer you? How long do I have to be here? Like, you should be able to do this. So the idea is these type of, I'm going to call it loosely, I'm going to call it a ritual. These type of rituals, understand when the Bible when they asked Jesus, how should we pray? He gave them the sinner's prayer, right? Our Father who art in heaven. He said, pray in this fashion, right? One of the things that was most important is faith. Without faith, there's a famous hymn that says, prayer without faith is like a boat without an oar. And I would say the same thing, right? But in that sinner's prayer, it says, as on earth, so shall it be in heaven, right? So that's where rituals actually have some power in the spiritual sense. There's some backing behind,
Like an exorcism?
an exorcism has power because the ritual is on earth, it's given power, and therefore heaven backs them up. Now, whether that's the case or not, I think that there is a very good chance that if you were to go at something like this with ritual and you were to stand there with your cross and your holy water, that it would mock you.
It would do like in This Is the End. It's like, oh, does it really condemn you, Jay? Does it?
Does it?
Does it condemn
Does
me?
it? Exactly.
It's not feeling really. It's not feeling very condemning.
And I think that's a very good,
Oh, compelling. That's what it was.
compelling.
Yes, compelling.
Does it
The
compel
power
me,
of
Jay?
Christ compels you.
Does
the power
it?
of Christ compels you. Does it, Jay? Does it compel me? It's not feeling very compelling.
And I think without mocking Christianity, I think that's what many people do, is because they don't actually have faith,
Yeah.
right? They believe, or they believe in the ritual. And so I think it's a very good possibility that you go up against something like this. Now, mind you, the Bible tells a story of the people going and trying to exorcise the demon, and they end up running away naked in the night because it like whooped their ass.
Yeah.
It stripped them. So it had some power, right? So, I mean, if these stories are to be taken literally, then yeah, I think this very well could be the case, especially if you go against something like this and you're making light of it. It's not real. It's not serious. It's, I can do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my take on it. But in the movie sense, just so you guys know the quality of the effects here, did you know they used 1,720 gallons of fake blood?
Not proven.
They
Not
did.
proven. Nope.
Director
Markiplier
Lee
has the world
Cronin.
record for blood. I know it for a fact.
Actually, that is true. Markiplier's new movie is, I think it if it
I don't know
is
about
not,
record. I'm just saying. Director Lee Cronin stated
that's a
in an
lot, yeah.
interview that 6,500 liters or 1,720 gallons of fake blood were used for the movie.
most of that was that fucking elevator scene,
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
which
What's up
was a
with-
cool scene.
What's up with elevators filling with blood?
That is kind of a theme, yeah.
Wasn't that
King
The
did it first.
Shining?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Stephen King did it first.
hmm
Yeah.
The rushing blood too.
Okay, so just some lines in this movie that really creep me the fuck out.
Okay.
When the kid Danny says, he asks mom, and she says, "Mommy's with the maggots now." God, that bothered me so much. And her voice was so good. I also read in here that the actress who played Ellie got her inspiration from watching Jim Carrey do his alter ego on The Mask.
Oh,
Isn't that such a wild change?
I could see that.
I mean, I think that's incredible.
That is really cool.
So another one that really bothers me is, of course, when Ellie says, "Open up now," and Casey says, "You don't look so good, Mom." She goes, "Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix."
Yeah.
God,
It
also
tried to
freaked
like
the hell out of me.
it, even to the very end. You would always see it try to manipulate the person. It would always try to play the person up to the very end when it tried to I forget what it said to her at the very end to try and save its life before she stuck the chainsaw.
It said you're gonna fail just like, or Mom failed, it's just like you're gonna fail, you groupie slut.
Well, it got angry when it realized that she was gonna push it in the wood chipper anyways. That's when it called her a groupie slut. But beforehand, it was like pleading with her, like it was trying to like make her. It was trying to break her down,
Yeah.
so that she wouldn't end it.
Yeah.
But it did that to all the characters. At every point, it would try to pick at their weak spot. The little girl being that she wanted the family back together.
Right.
I can't really think of any others, but the groupie slut thing, because she kept calling her a groupie.
Which, all for horror's sake, I think every good writer does a good job of doing this, where I think that's a very good, shall I say good? No, that's a very accurate trait of what would be a demoniac.
Yeah.
Right? Pick apart your weakest, your weaknesses.
What bothers you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And get in there. And
What
and-
haunts you, and then
grind you
haunt
up.
you with it. So I do think like on a very extreme side of things, I do think the demonic aspect is not entirely off base, if that's the way I want to word this. Although the survival and how it was handled, and just in general, I don't necessarily think anything like this to this extreme would really happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I very much do believe in demonic possession and demons, and I do believe people have been possessed. I do believe that The Conjuring is based on true events, but like everything based on true events, I think there's a lot of dramatization for TV that makes it a lot more interesting to watch on TV, because I think actually living through some sort of like demonic exorcism or something like that, it doesn't need to be super crazy. It doesn't need to be like the Conjuring movie to be terrifying.
Right.
You're dealing with a real demon. That's terrifying enough.
Right.
So I think there's a lot of obviously this movie is not based on a true story or anything, but I think demon movies in general and stuff like that, they generally get a good gist of what a demon would be like, but just to an extreme,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, so one thing that I would say is clear. I don't think demons would be so vulgar. They won't be so blatant yet. There will come a time where I think you will see that kind of activity, but they won't be so vulgar yet, because right now I've read a few books that have put it in different ways, but the bottom line is right now they have free access to roam about the world, and the craziness that's going on, you'll never see them. So why would they reveal themselves? They don't have to. We're
And
already crazy enough.
In order to find out, tune in next week where we get Eric possessed by a demon live on
Oh
stream.
God. Like that's like a fucking Kai
Pay-per-view.
Cenat. That's like a fucking Kai Cenat stream right there. Like that guy has done everything.
You know what I would say? There's proof that demons walk the earth. Cats.
Okay, leave my cat alone.
Oh no, that cat's a demon. Yeah. Did you hear it? Did you hear it coming up and meowing right at the right moments?
He was right here. He was sitting right here behind me. And I freaking muted myself, and I was like, Moki, can you shut the fuck up? He's over here meowing like really softly, but you can still hear it because he's, you know, and then he's purring really loud like a freaking chainsaw by my head.
Literally every time I play games with them, I constantly hear Maddie go, Moki, what the fuck are you doing? Get off, Moki! Nonstop. I always hear she's yelling at that cat like every 5 seconds.
So here's what I really thought you were going to say.
You guys, it's so funny.
What I thought you were going to say was, and if you want to know what happened at work, you need to tune in next week.
Tune in next week where you can hear the final part of my amazing work story
that you never really started.
Your amazing
so
work
basically
story. Hey.
What happened is that
so Evil Dead Rise, when they go to the vents,
so guys, there's this thing, it's called a Baraska. It's an empty mine.
No, not Baraska. No, please. Anything. I don't even know if you know that.
There's a Reddit story. It's called Baraska. You guys should check it out.
First of all, it's the longest Reddit story in existence,
and it goes nowhere. Huh?
It's such a it's so stupid. Have you ever heard of SCPs? How do I describe SCPs? So they're basically just like scary. I think they're scary creepypastas. Is that what they stand for?
Oh, okay.
I don't know. They're just SCPs to me. I'm not really deep into the lore. I know there's one where you turn your back, it'll kill you, or you
yeah.
It's basically a weeping angel.
So there's SCPs, there's 3 different categories. There's like the completely safe ones, the ones that could kill you, and the ones that are super lethal. And generally, it's a completely fan-made fan base. So the idea of SCP was presented, and then a bunch of people would create these data logs of these SCPs, these creatures or these objects that would do weird things. It would be stuff like... So there's a stairwell, and if you enter the stairwell, you never stop going down.
Ooh,
and if you try to go back up, you keep going up. You never stop, and so you're stuck in a perma loop.
What about those like backroom things?
Is that it's essentially like that.
It's essentially like that. But there's this one. It's from a story called "You Don't Recognize the Faces in the Water," and basically it's an SCP.
Oh,
it's a lake.
I know that one.
It's a lake, and you get close to it and you start seeing faces and they look like people you know, and then you get drawn to it, and then once you get in it, you become one of the faces, and it just keeps pulling people in.
Do you know the story of the red lamp?
No, but I do remember in one of our episodes you just go, I like lamp, and I need to find that clip to put it in right here.
The red lamp.
What was his name? What was his name in Anchorman? Brick. I love lamp.
Yeah, there
you go.
I didn't even have to find the clip. There you go.
I just gave it to you.
That'll be my notification sound.
This is a different scary story, right? Short story. Man with his family starts experiencing weird things, and he sitting in his living room one day. It's becoming very clear that this lamp he's looking at, it doesn't seem right. It seems out of place in his living room. It seems out of focus, and he keeps focusing on it. And his wife and his kids keep coming up to him and talking to him. And at first he's able to ignore it and put it out of his mind and go about his day with his family and kids. And then as it gets, time goes on, he keeps like dwelling on this lamp, and to the point where he ends up completely like paralyzed, if you will, not literally, but he's sitting in his chair just staring at this freaking lamp, wondering why is this thing so out of place. Stares at it so long, and all of a sudden he starts realizing he's hearing other voices in his room, in his living room. He starts paying attention, and these voices, they sound like they're trying to say something. It sounds like sometimes they're even trying to talk to him, but it doesn't make sense because they're not in the room with him. And lo and behold, he all of a sudden one day wakes up out of a coma and realizes he's been seeing this lamp that's in the hospital room across the way as they have him propped up in his bed. He wakes up, and the saddest part about it was he was in a horrible accident. I forget, car accident, something like that. Terrible accident. And he was actually only out for a couple of hours, but he lived a lifetime. He had a wife and kids that do not exist.
That's gotta be.
That was all in his head.
Yeah, I mean, you ever had like those really vivid dreams where you wake up and you're kind of like, damn, I really feel like I did live that. That
Yes.
felt very, very real.
Yes, my zombie dreams.
You know,
Should we
I
just
actually,
do a scary stories
I would
podcast
love to.
I'd be down.
episode? Because I
I
just
would
got
love to.
reminded of a really, really old one that I heard when I was a kid. Have you heard of the one called Humans Can Lick Too?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, that sounds awful.
Okay. I think I'll save it for another time because it is fucking
All right.
Okay.
about time we end
Then-
the episode. But it's a
Then
really,
I
really
have a
old one.
story. I have a story to end off on,
All right.
and it's a true
do it.
story.
Let's go.
The other night, so this was probably like Tuesday night. TJ and I were on late playing Minecraft, and then we got off, and I went to bed. And when I woke up the next morning, I had this very, very faint memory of TJ telling me that Maddie was in a really bad car accident.
Hmm.
And I was like, huh. And then I remember him saying that she died.
Hmm.
And I was thinking to myself, I was like, there's that was a dream for sure. But all day I was like, huh. What if it wasn't a dream? Like, what if TJ really did tell me that? And I was like, no, there's no way. Like, I would definitely be feeling something right now if he had told me that she died in a car accident, for sure. But the whole day, it was like so vivid that I saw the Discord screen when he told me. Like, in my dream, I was on Discord and I saw him tell me that she died in a car accident. So when I woke up, I was like, no, that definitely didn't happen. Like, I would definitely know. But the whole day I was like, I don't know, maybe like
What is up with this week?
Shows what a friend
had-
you are. You didn't even call me when my wife was dead.
so I knew. I was like, well, tonight
dead ass. I think
either
there's something
he-
wrong with Maddie. I think she emits a signal or something that makes you dream that she's dead. Because I've had many dreams where she's just not alive.
like I swear I was like, dude, I was like, there's no way I couldn't be high or drunk enough to ever just forget that.
Yeah.
There's no
Kinda
way.
what-
Like,
Just
that's all
you
I
give
was
me a
thinking.
call,
I was like,
yo, Maddie's dead, right?
well, I was like, truth be told, like, I smoked quite a bit that night, but not more than I would normally smoke. So I was like, there's no way I would forget something that big.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, well, we'll see. Either tonight, if they're both not on, then I have something to worry about. But then
Yeah.
she called me at like 7:30 and I answered and I was like, hey, I'm glad you're alive. And she was like, okay,
Imagine it was me calling from her phone.
I'm glad you're alive. You're like, I already told you.
Oh my God. So
Dude,
So I had-
dude, it'd be so freaking funny if you would have told like Alex that first, and you're like, dude, I'm so unsure if she's good or not, right? And he could have messaged me, and I could have.
Oh, wow. So you guys could prank me?
Dude, that'd have been so crazy.
that's a harsh prank. That's a
a
harsh
harsh
prank.
I've
to make
seen
me think
worse.
that she
I've
died.
seen one where they like dude was an alcoholic,
I-
and then he passed out drunk, and they set up a whole hospital room, and it's like, yeah, it's been 15 years.
Oh,
You know your girlfriend you got pregnant? Yeah, it was a son. I've been taking care of your son the whole time. It's like a
Oh
family
my
friend.
God.
And he's like, he really wants to talk to you. And then they bring in like the friggin' old kid, and he's like, "Hi, Dad."
Oh my God. All right, but you know what? When it comes to that, I kind of feel like he deserves it. That's funny.
Yeah,
That's
That
funny.
is pretty. If you could fall for that, that's pretty funny.
See, I had a dream just this week. I think mine was Monday going to Tuesday. Monday night is I think when I had my dream, and Corinne's going to hear about this on the podcast because I don't have the heart to tell her. I had a dream I was shot at work.
Oh.
And here's the harsh part. This
You
part,
didn't have your bulletproof vest on?
I always have that on. This is the part that she would completely expect me to say. My ex happened to walk up to me in the dream and just say, "I hope you didn't leave me anything," and walk away as I'm lying on the ground. Like that was
Wild.
it. I don't know what. And I woke up, I was like,
What does
What
it
the
mean?
fuck?
What does it mean?
what the fuck was that? And I was like, I'm lying on the ground and I'm trying to call 911 and like I can't even do that. And all of a sudden this fucking bitch, hope you didn't leave me anything, and walks away. I was like, holy shit.
Of course I didn't leave you anything. You just walked away. You fucking...
And you're like, damn, I'm only
Okay.
dying here.
Yeah. So I haven't had the heart to tell her this.
Hi,
Yeah, I don't
Corinne. I'll make sure to leave this part in.
Yeah, you will. I could count on you.
Maddie said hi. Maddie's alive. Oh my god.
Oh no, she's alive.
Arnar.
Arnar.
Arnar. Editor TJ here. I am cutting this awful, abhorrent section out of the podcast because I did not want to edit 30 minutes of us talking about poop because we are children. If you want to hear the full unedited thing right as we're recording it, you can check out our live on TikTok. We go live every Friday or Sunday, depending on how lazy we are. Now back to the show.
All right.
Why don't you announce the winner?
Oh.
Well, first of all, you got to listen to me plug all of our socials before you get a winner.
Okay.
Go check out our Facebook, our Instagram, our TikTok, all at Will You Survive the podcast. Go find our X or formerly known as Twitter, at Alex and Eric WIS. Is it still that?
That is.
It is. You know what? At this point, fuck it. Sorry, TJ. With all of our
It's
followers
implied.
on
With
X.
all of our
implied.
15 followers.
Go.
That I'm there,
Alex
you
and
know?
Eric, in parentheses, and TJ. Go send us an email. We really enjoy your emails. Go send us an email at theboys@willyousurvivethepodcast.com.
You can also make a comment on Spotify, and we will read those too.
Yep.
You can leave us a 5-star review, and we'll leave you a comment. Or no,
We'll read your comment. We'll read your review.
yeah, leave us a 5-star review and leave a comment, and we'll
Check
read
Eric
that.
out on Tinder. He's there every day.
I am not, but if you find me, fuck it.
If you find
Please. Fuck it.
Please,
What?
please.
Please. Please.
Anyways, so who would do a 2012 next episode?
I mean,
I think Alex would want to really do that movie. I think he's really a fan of that movie.
I am really a fan of that movie. It is true.
Okay, TJ, loser speech.
I think we should really run with this cornhole idea. We can make like a little.
That's
like,
crazy.
know,
Thank you
like,
for putting in your 2
bullseye
cents.
for the
I
toilet,
appreciate
right?
your loser
We can
speech.
take this to
not
Shark
all of us
Tank,
can
and
win.
Mark Cuban will invest freaking $200 million for only 1% of the company, dude. We can get bank on this idea, and y'all are slacking. Evil Dead Rise, solid 2 out of 10 movie. I really
Solid 2 out of 10.
My nose is a bit runny. You almost made me fucking blow my nose on my mic.
Eric likes helmets. My wife isn't dead. Alex didn't get shot.
You sound like the AI
Don't
description.
Don't
for our
poop in the
episodes.
shower. Do not. Don't do that. That's not good.
Okay, great loser speech. Thank you. Alex, winner speech?
I just want to thank all of you survivors for tuning in every week, listening to us as new episodes come out every Friday at 7 a.m. Remember, you can get us anywhere you get podcasts, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, anywhere. And thanks to you all, you've made us the #1 podcast on Top 100 monthly for Good Pods. So thank you all for that. And because of all of that inspiration, you have inspired me to dominate this episode where I get to be the winner. And I will bring you survival techniques for the movie 2012.
Which, by the way, I will be telling my future kids that did happen.
Yeah, I survived
That's good. That's
I
good.
lived through that.
I like that.
I remember when the president died in 2012.
I remember when he gave up his life.
I
He went
remember
down
when
with the
he got
ship
crushed by the
by an aircraft carrier.
Freaking
Just a
John
tiny
F.
little boat.
Kennedy.
just small little boat. That's all.
It was good times.
Guys,
It was good times
we
back
totally
then.
didn't watch the movie already. It's
Oh wait, yeah, no, we're
choosing
gonna
to
watch it. Yeah, we're gonna watch it
next
this week, and
when,
and record
when
on
the episode
Friday.
comes out.
Wink.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What is wrong with being ahead of the game? We're prepared.
Yeah, we're
We're
super
engaged.
ahead. Yeah, we're so ahead.
I've
Well,
never seen the movie 2012 in my life.
No,
We're
me neither.
always working ahead of time to keep our survivors entertained and keep ourselves informed.
Yeah, you want to know how hard I'm working? I have the tab of 2012 open right now with 20 minutes left on the movie.
See?
Not gonna believe you too.
And so does TJ. Because we may or may not have been watching it together
We
right
may
before
or
this
may
recording.
not. We can neither confirm nor deny.
I won't confirm and I won't deny.
Now we should end this episode.
That's true. All right, get out of here, you rapscallions. You're not going to survive this demon attack. And I'm not going to lie, we're probably not going to survive the next movie. But fuck it, who knows? Maybe
We're going
we
to try.
will. We'll see what happens. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys listening again. You guys have been killing it recently. And yeah, we'll see you in the next episode. And until then, stay alive.